Hi everybody, and welcome back to the Christmas card swap. This is video number 3 from 2017, and we are going to do a series of cards that I'm doing as a swap where people sent me in cards. I'm switching them all around and sending back the same number they sent in batches of 10. This one's from Jana Jaeger, and the reason why I have all of her cards out is even though there's only 2 types of cards, she did something kind of fun with them. So I'm going to take you through one of each type, and then obviously she's changed the colors in them. So going through the snowman one first, concept is the same for all the cards. We have a white card base that flips up, and one of the other things about these cards is they were supposed to be on A2 size cards, which is the size of the card. But how you made the card was completely up to you. Some people flipped them up, sideways. There's all kinds of fun. As long as it was this size, we were good to go. All right, so white cardstock base. From there, she added a blue cardstock on top of that. And then there's another white cardstock matted on top of that. And it looks like she took her embossing folder because they're exactly identical. Yeah, it's an embossing folder that she ran through, and it probably cut and embossed it at the same time. That would be my thought. She then went through and stamped this little snowman guy. So it looks like she did a little bit of watercoloring, and that's what the blue came from. And then I think she just took white, not white. She took water and sprayed it, and that's how you get kind of that mottled look. And so this is on actually watercolor paper. She also watercolored the nose and the hat, and then colored in the bell with silver. Now, for the hat, this is what she did different on every single one of them. Every hat is different. There's some green, there's some red with stripes, there's some red with dots, there's some green with stripes. Every single hat's different. This one's got 2 colors, so she kind of played around with that and had some fun. She then embossed, this is a heat emboss, sending hugs with a stamp on black, and then dotted it up. And that's actually with like score tape or something. So that's the first card. It's pretty awesome. The second card, again, is the same exact concept, but what she changed is she changed what the embossed paper is here, and then also what colors she colored in, and then the side paper. So she has done a rainbow of colors. So let's just take you through this fun one here. So white cardstock base, and she does put a little stamp on the back of hers, which is do small things with great love, handmade by Jana. Or Jana, I think it's Jana. Okay, so white cardstock base. All right, so over top of the white cardstock, we have a color. This one happens to be pink, but she's changed it. Most of the other ones, she's actually gone with a black. This is one she just did different. So she went with a pink, and it does have a little bit of an embossing right here. There's like a 3 line, but it does go all the way across. So it's just very simple. And then she is heat embossed with a silver, it says Be Merry. And that is consistent all the way across the board because the silver pops actually really well on both. She then took a colored cardstock, and as you can tell, she did lots of different fun colors. This one she reversed and did the black, and she's done another embossing on that. So as you can see, there's like, it looks almost like a cording, like it's a sweater embossing. And then she has added a little bit of something glittery on top of all of them. I don't know if it's the paper that's got a glittery to it. And then she has die cut out a series of snowflakes, and some of the snowflakes are a little bit different. So like this one is different from here, and this one is different. So she had probably a snowflake set that she just die cut a whole bunch and put one small and one large, and then had fun with it. The last thing she did is she stamped, and she did an embossing stamp with the snowman in black, so it was raised. And then she did some gray watercoloring along the edges here. And I forgot to mention that on the previous card. She also did a little bit of gray watercoloring, almost like a shadowing effect on her snowman. So she did the same thing on the snowman. And then she watercolored in the hat and the scarf to match. And she pretty much, for every single one, whatever the color was on there, that's what she matched with her little snowman. So if it was brown, it's brown. If it's, except for this one, green, and she went kind of a reddish tone. So, and then this one's a little bit different. This one she went with the maroon, she went with a black. So not all of them are exactly the same, and some of the colors are a little bit different, but they still look good. Like the lightest color in here matches beautifully. When it's watercolor, it changes. All right, the next one is from Maurice Talley, and she's actually put hers in a little plastic, which I'm going to take out because I want to show everybody. It's just folded in. Now, she made 10 cards and they were all exactly identical. And she's included a little envelope with hers. So what she has done is she's created, again, it's the A2 size. So as long as it fit in the envelope, we were good to go. And she has die cut out the entire card, which is pretty darn cool. So she stamped the back of it, handcrafted by Maurice Talley. I'm sorry if I say any of these names wrong. I really am trying not to. On the inside, she has May Your Days Be Merry and Bright. And this is a die cut that she used one card. Probably she took an A2 size card. It opens up vertically. Sorry, I can't get my fingers around it. Opens up vertically. And then she went ahead and put her die cut. And my guess is that the die she ran a little bit high, or she didn't put the die, or it's made this way so it doesn't cut right there, so it becomes a card, which is really cool. All right, now she's in a whole bunch of layering on top of the card. There is a section right here, which is, you can see where all the little Christmas trees are. That has been cut to fit perfectly. So my guess this is the die cut set, or it could also have been a Cricut cut or a silhouette cut or something like that, because it could have cut like this and then she just scores it there. Again, without knowing what equipment she has, I'm not sure. So maybe she'll make a comment on the video and let me know. So she's cut out the section to fit the bottom of the present because it looks like a present. There's two pieces and it's actually partly getting hidden by the tag, but there's a red piece here and a red piece here that makes like the cross section for the ribbon. And she's done that in red, and it's got a little bit, and again, it looks like it's one of those pens that's got a little bit of a glitter. It's like a glossy, I think it might be that glitter Spectrum Noir pen. I could be wrong. It also has another section up here which finishes the bow, so, and it matches perfectly, which is why I think this is probably a die cut set. And again, it's got the glitteriness on there. We've got a green section that's been embossed, which makes me think also this is a die cut set because it's got a little bit of embossing and it's got a series of little punches on here. And I don't know if she did that or it came that way, but it fits perfectly within there again. And then we have a tag that she has. It's probably been die cut. And then she's got a series of little stamps. So she's got the little girl, she's got the Christmas tree, and then the presents. And the presents are together. She's colored them all in. And the tree, she again added that glittery color marker on the back. And then she's added like a glossy accents or some sort of a glossy sealant to the tree, to the little girl's barrettes, her scarf, her shoes, and part of the presents, and then a little stamp that says Happy Holidays. And then she hand ticked all the way around the tag in red, and then there's a little hint of a glow of yellow behind the Christmas tree. And then obviously the little bow on the top that she has glued the entire, it's not wiggly, the entire tag is stuck down to the top of that. So that is very cute. I love that concept. Awesome. All right, this next set is from Brittany Gonzalez, and she sent in 20 cards, but 10 of these and 10 of these. And if you look, they're pretty much the same card. Slight differences are, in this particular card, it's got a green base, and the colors on the top are different. Now, all 10 of the green card, these three colors are identical. All 10 of the red card, these three colors are identical. So really, truly, it's just the paper and the base. So same card. Let's take you through how to do it. All right, so she has stamped on the back, made with love, and then she wrote in her name, Brittany Gonzalez. So if you get hers, see, on both. For this card, the base is green. For this card, the base is red. That's the only difference. And I believe the inside, it's exactly the same. For the inside of this, the only difference, again, is she used a cream cardstock, and for this one, she used a white. But the concept is exactly the same. So cream cardstock or white, and then she stamped, "We wish you a Merry Christmas," and then a little holly leaf in the corner. On the front, she has done a white cardstock over top of the green, or white over top of the red, and then we've got a brown matte, and then she's layered some strips of paper that are all about 1 inch in fun Christmas patterns. So this is a really good way to use up all those really busy Christmas patterns, is by doing a card with this concept, by making them a small section and then leaving the rest of it solid color so it doesn't look so overwhelming. She tied it together by putting a strip, and I believe this is washi tape. Yeah, because it's completely stuck down. There's like a glittery washi tape. Great use for your washi tape, by the way. And it's kind of connecting and making this a whole unit. So we've got a series of strips. This one's got kind of a plaid with little star things over it. This is a blue with Christmas trees, and this is a green with some Christmas lights. And they don't have to be super matchy-matchy because all the colors in here really work together. So it can be a mix match of fun papers. That's a really good concept for using up all those scraps that you may have. Or just you have that one random sheet of Christmas paper. Might have to steal this one day. All right, she then has a series of 2 die cuts. One of them is in craft and the other one is in white. And the beautiful thing about craft, white and brown, is it goes with everything. She stamped Christmas wishes from the heart and then layered it and pop dotted the top one up. And that's exactly the same as the other card. Good job. All right, this next batch came from Brenda Lee. She actually sent in 21 cards, which means I get to keep one. I get an extra one because I'm only sending back batches of 10. So, I get one. Thanks, Brenda. I'm going to make 50, so I'm going to get one from anybody anyway, so it's all good. But now I have a spare just in case I'm short one or something like that, so that's awesome. Okay, so I'm going to take you through. She did almost every single card different. Okay, so same card concept. The only thing that is different is that it's the color. That's it. She has started with a card base of a red on this one, and this one is a white. So it depended, I guess, whatever color was on the top. So this is a red cardstock. She also, it looks like she has stamped every single one with, almost every single one, with a Created by Brenda stamp on the back. Not all of them have it, most of them. All right, let's do the red one because it's exactly the same. So card base. And it opens vertically or horizontally. I cannot talk today. And then it's got a white insert. This one, because it was already white, she just did another white insert. And again, I think the reason why people do that, this is how I would do that, is because you don't want to mess up one that you already have. Plus, it looks like she printed this out. So this is a printable stamp or just a printable sentiment. And it says, "May your season be blessed with all things bright and beautiful." And then it's got a little decor piece that's exactly kind of the same feel as the one on the front. And then she just cut it to size and glued it in. And then she has a piece of black cardstock, and then we have a piece of white cardstock. And my guess is what she did is this is what you would call like a digital scrapbooking or digital card making. She made the design, or she got the design from somebody and layered it up digitally and then just printed it out. And what's made it a handmade card is she handmade it online, or she got it, and it's been nice. And then she added a little gem in there for the eye, and then she's layered it on cardstock. I mean, she's taken the digital along with the non-digital or handmade and blended it together. So it's what I call a hybrid card, which is really fun. All right, this is kind of in the same feel as this one because this is not a stamped card. This is a digital printed image. It is again on a red cardstock, and on the inside, again, you have a white piece that she has printed, and it's got a little digital stamp or a little digital image. Snowman is a work of art made with love from the heart. Merry Christmas. And then she's got a green cardstock and then a black cardstock matted with the white, which is the digital printed image. And it says, "Let it snow, let it snow, let it snow." And obviously it's a snowman. What she added on top is she added a series of little stickle dots in orange and then the little button right here around his neck. So this is what I would call raised or the handmade section. So again, it's a hybrid card. Very pretty. All right, so this one is, ooh, that's a little different. Okay, so we have a red base, but instead of just putting the white on one side, it's all the way through. So it's just it almost feels like printer paper. She scored it and then just kind of glued it on either one of these sides to give you like a white base to write on. She is then, this is a sticker. It says "Merry Christmas." And then this feels like it's a washi tape or another kind of a sticker that runs vertically along the edge. We then have a black cardstock with a white cardstock on top. And the black cardstock and the white have both been rounded. The corners have been rounded. Now, either this is a stamped image or this could have been a digital image that she printed out. But then she's colored it in. So she has colored in the flame. She's also colored in all the leaves and stuff. She's added some extra stuff to I think the black is not colored in, but all of the face, it feels different as I run my finger over top of it. It might have been, this feels like it's been colored with Copics or something. And then she's added some stickles to the flame. And then the other cool thing that she did, and this took a lot of work, is on the candle itself, she has taken another sheet of cardstock, embossed it, that's what you can see, the little raised section, and she fussy cut out exactly so it would fit where the candle is, including going around the holly. The holly is not on top. The holly is behind the cardstock. It's actually fitted inside of there. So she cut that out perfectly, or it could have been a die, but I'm thinking it's a fussy cut, and that is an amazing fussy cut job, and including around his finger because that's below the paper, which is pretty cool. She also has 3 little gems that she added to that, so that's cute. I love the little bee. That's so adorable. All right, here is another card. Again, we're folding upwards. So A2 size cards can go in any direction that you feel like. You can go vertically, you can go horizontally. As long as it fits in an A2 size envelope, you're good to go. So this one is an open vertical card on a red cardstock base. We have on the inside, we have an insert. Again, she's printed this off, which looks really nice. May your Christmas be warm with love, blessed with joy, and bright with promises. She's taken a white cardstock to go over top of the red, of which she embossed with snowflakes, and you can see really pretty snowflakes on there. That's gorgeous. She then has a series of 3 little stockings, and my guess is either this is with a Cricut or it's with a die cut, and I'm not sure which one is which. So it's a red cardstock, same red cardstock, and then she's added a glitter, I think she did it. It's either a glitter paper or she took white cardstock and added the glitter on top of it with like a stickle or something like that. And these pieces are all glued on top of the red, and then they're glued to the paper. And then we have a red banner that she kind of flagged the inside, and this Merry Christmas and the snowflakes and stars are all a sticker. She did a very good job of lining those up just perfectly. I mean, that's awesome. Good job. All right, here's another one of the hybrid cards. She has a whole bunch of these, which are really fun. I never thought of doing that, but it's really kind of a neat idea. I mean, it's nice because you get these beautiful sentiments and you just add a little something to it, like the ribbon and whatnot, and it makes a really kind of a really cool card. All right, I love the ones that are not traditional colors. This is a purple card, but it goes with the colors on the front. That, again, she's printed off a section that says, may your season be blessed with all things bright and beautiful. It looks very similar to the one that was in this card, I believe. But what she's done is she's changed it, she's changed the images that go along with it. So it makes me feel like she's doing her own digital imaging here. So it's got some snowflakes on it. We then have a lighter purple, almost like a lavender color, and then the white cardstock that she printed the Merry Christmas with all the snowflakes. That was all printed. And then in the center of the snowflakes, she added the really pretty gems, and then the ribbon that goes around. And the ribbon is tucked between the dark purple and the lavender, and then tacked down. Awesome. All right, here's another one that's a non-traditional Christmas card color. And again, it's a printed digital image. And this one says, may your Christmas be warm with love, blessed with joy, and bright with promises. And it's printed on a white cardstock and glued into the lighter purple. So now what she's done is she's printed off this paper that says, have a wonderful Christmas. That's part of the paper. It's the line that's purple, and it's all the snowflakes. What she's added on top of that is it's got a layer of white underneath between the purple and this printed image. The next thing that she's done is get white cardstock, and then on top of that, she took the same purpley color and die cut out this bow and then glued it on top. And she did a very good job gluing that on there. We also have a series of gems in the center of the snowflakes, and they're not your normal gems. It's not just, they're like faceted gems. They're really pretty. I love those gems. I wonder where you got those. I want them. They're really pretty. I'm addicted to gems. So very cool. All right, so here's another one. This is what I call traditional Christmas colors back again. We have a card that opens vertically again. White cardstock base, and she's printed off on white cardstock, may the joy of Christmas warm your heart. And so that's a printed part that she's glued inside. We then have a layer of red, and then on top of that, a layer of green. Now, the green, she has embossed with a series of Christmas trees. And then my guess is that because they look a little bit distressed, is she sanded them a little bit, which is kind of fun. And it brings out kind of the lighter color and the kind of the core of the paper, which looks like it's a lighter green. So if she didn't have a green core, it would look a little funny. It would be white, but it would still look kind of a cool distressed look. She's put a little gem, and this one is a little gold, kind of like a pearl, in the top would be all the little Christmas trees, and then a little tiny tag, again with a pearl that's in red, and then a very small scalloped rectangle that has a Merry Christmas, and I believe that is a sticker that she's just laid on top of there. Very cute. All right, here's another hybrid card. Pretty awesome. We are on blue cardstock this time, and it's got her stamp on there. And we've got a principle that says, wishing you a season of warm friendships and bright hopes in the coming year, and a little snowflake. And it's printed on white and glued in. We then have a black cardstock, and then we have our white printable, and it's a snowman, and it says, scarf and hat, mitten and glove, cold outside, but warm with love. And what she's added to this is that she's stickled all of the snowflakes, the little snowflake on the top of the hat, and then she's added that for the 3 little buttons, she's put some little black gems in there to kind of make it a little more of a hybrid card. Very cute. here we have a green, and this one's a little bit different because we've kind of cut off a section. So we have a green cardstock, and then in here, it's kind of like a minty color in a way. Inside, again, a principle. It says, "May your holidays be wrapped in happiness and trimmed with the love of family and friends," and a little Christmas present package off to the side there. Now, what's different about this card is that she's taken a border punch and punched along the edge, so it still fits within the side, but it's a little bit less, and it's got a little bit of kind of an embossing edge to it. So either that's die cut or it's a punch. I'm not sure which one, but it's one of the two. She has then taken 2 layers. We have, it's this kind of lime green color as a strip, and then over top of that is this pattern paper, and it's kind of got a little bit of a pearlescent sheen to it of all the Christmas presents, which is really cute. We've got a really pretty strip going along here, and my guess is that's like a washi tape. It feels kind of plasticky though, so it could just be a sticker, and it's like glitter on the inside and then gold on kind of banding it going all the way down, but it's not loose glitter. It's like a plasticky, so it's, I don't know, it's really pretty is what it is. A little tiny Merry Christmas, and I believe that's a sticker. And then she's done a scallop oval, and either that's a glitter stock or she's taken pink and glittered it really well before she die cut it. I'm not sure which one she did. And then she has a little present and a bow on top, and either that's done with the Cricut or that's done with a die cut, and then she put a little gem in the middle, but that's really cute. And then all the colors match. So the base of the card is the same that's the top of this ribbon. This lime green is the same color that's the base of the package, and they match within the colors of here. So cute. All right, here's another hybrid card. Very fun. She did a lot of these, and it's a really smart idea to do that. All right, so we have a red cardstock base. Open it up, and it says, "Wishing you a season of gladness, a season of cheer, and to top it all off, a wonderful year." How cute. And that's just all in black on white cardstock glued in. We then have a green base with a white cardstock, and that red banner is part of what was printed, and it says "Be Merry," and it's the Christmas tree. She's added an extra bit of stickles to the actual star, and then a series of little red gems that she's added down at the corner. And that's it. Simple but beautiful. What we've done is we have a blue cardstock base. Again, another one where she's taken the full of the white and glued in on the sides and then scored it so it fits right in here just like that. Then we have a Happy Holidays, and it's just been stamped. Or she wrote that. If she wrote that, that's pretty darn awesome. But I think that's stamped. But it almost looks like it's been written. I can't tell. But it's the same as this, so my guess is it's stamped. Okay. We then have a kind of a silver, shiny, pearlescent cardstock, and then a white cardstock that I believe this has been stamped on top of. It's too shiny to have been printed. You can't print that. At least I can't print that. So my guess is it's stamped, but it feels very slick. So I'm not sure. Maybe that was, I don't know where she got that. And then she's added a series of light blue gems around it. Very pretty. Oh, we've seen this thing before. All right, so we have a white cardstock base. She's printed out the "May happy moments and cherished memories surround you with joy this season," and the little wreath below, and that's in green, and it's on a white that she's glued on the inside. We have a white card base, but then what she did is she ripped the white, and then she ripped the red, and then ripped the green and layered them all up, and then added another section. Oh, no, I take that back. Okay. I thought she ripped the card, but she didn't. The card is full. So she's taken a strip of green and ripped it and then glued it down. Taken a strip of red, ripped it, glued it down. Taken a bigger strip of white, and so it matches all on the edge, ripped it, and so that way it looks like it's the cards missing, but it's not. It's just got 3 layers of paper on here. And you can tell the red kind of ends. So the red and the green are only maybe about 1 inch wide, just enough to see that layer there. She is stamped on "Happy Wonderful Christmas." And then we have this die cut wreath, of which we've seen before, and then it's got a whole bunch of little stamps, and she's done it in 2 colors. So either it's one stamp and then she stamped on top, I'm not sure, but it's a die cut with a stamp. She's added a whole bunch of little gems, and again we have little red berries that are on there as well. And then she stamped and die cut out the little bow that goes on the wreath. Very cute. Okay, here we have a cream cardstock base, and then we have a green dotted paper that's also kind of a cream with the dots that she's layered on top of that. We then have the same cream cardstock going vertically, and then she put a layer of ribbon over top of that. So she took that cream paper, put the ribbon over top, tacked it, and then glued it down. And then over top of that, she has the red rectangle and then a stamp of this. Oh, and it's been embossed. So this has been black heat embossed, the winter wishes with the poinsettias and little poinsettias. I'm not sure if that's one full stamp or if it's been a layered stamp. It very possibly could be one stamp, and then she colored it all in, because that's been hand colored in all over. We then have this beautiful circle with kind of a point. It almost looks like a flower circle with all these little points, kind of like a pointy scallop. And then she's put a smaller circle inside of there. And again, she has embossed this, and I'm guessing this is one full stamp. So this wreath with the robin inside of it, it's been black embossed, and then she colored the whole thing in. All of the color you see on there, she's hand done. If it's black, it's part of the stamp. So all the flowers, the whole bird, and the little ribbon up there. Very cute. Oh, this one's adorable. For some reason, I love penguins on Christmas cards. They just look so cute. Okay, we have, oh, this one opens differently. We have a blue cardstock base with a white insert. May your holidays be wrapped in happiness and trimmed with the love and family of friends. And a little Christmas present package over there. I think we've seen that one before. We have a white cardstock that has been embossed with snowflakes, and she used that snowflake one earlier as well. I love that one. I love it when it's got the simpleness of the embossed. It looks so pretty. So on top of that, she has this piece right here, and I think my thought is that she's die cut out the circle from the embossed paper. She put another circle below that, which is what you're seeing with the stamped dots and also with the snowflakes. And then she's added a little bit of stickles to the snowflakes. She also added a whole bunch of stickles to the snowflakes out here, but not in white. They're a little bit of a blue stickle, so it kind of matches with the blue theme. She then added the little penguin and colored it in. So she stamped, and I think she's fussy cut that, and then pop dotted it up. And then down here, it looks like she's added some Flower Soft, but some glittery Flower Soft. And it looks like she's kind of put it on a little bit of a snowdrift. So she cut out a white sheet of paper, and it looks like a snowdrift that this penguin is sitting on. And then she's added out this scallop paper here, but then cut out the circle. So it's a layer of this, but it's been cut out, and it's just a bunch of different layers on top of each other. It's not raised. It feels flush. So she didn't just put the embossed and then this and then that over top. It's like she's cut out the center of it. She also has stamped and die cut out or fussy cut out this Merry Christmas, and then pop dotted that up as well. Very cute. All right, here we have another one, and this is again a hybrid card. Very cute. We have a white cardstock base. On the inside, it says, "Wishing you a warm and wonderful Christmas," and it's got a little pine with pine cones down here, and then that's been in white cardstock and glued in. We then have a red border, and the red border is so smashing because it just really makes that card pop, because the rest of it's all white. It looks really pretty. So the printed image is the ice skates and the warm winter wishes, but then she's taken it probably after it was printed, and she has an embossing folder that just has this little section, so that way this would fit right here in the corner, or she offsetted the embossing folder. I'm not quite sure how she did that, or that was the way the embossing folder was. And then she's put these really pretty, beautiful little gems. And again, it's not just a single gem. It's a gem with like a circlet of gems around it, like a faceted kind of little gem. It looks really gorgeous. This is a fun one. All right, so we have a black card for a card, and it really makes that silver pop. So that was an awesome choice for that. Inside, again, we have a piece of paper it's just a white sheet that's been tacked down to give you something to write on, because it's kind of hard to write on black. We then have a sheet of silver kind of pearlescent cardstock, and then a black cardstock over top of that, but it's a different cardstock. It's not the same. She has then taken a series of, I believe this is a die cut here, and it's been die cut out of a glitter silver cardstock and then very carefully glued down. It took a lot of work to glue that without seeing glue marks. Good job. Little red gems in the centers of all the Christmas tree centers. It's almost, I know this is a die. I've seen that die before. I think it's a Dynamite's die actually. And then these little corner pieces here in the Merry Christmas and all of these are a silver kind of a shiny sticker that look really pretty. Awesome. I love black and silver. It's one of my favorite combinations. All right, sending holiday cheer. So here we have a hunter green cardstock base. And then we have a red cardstock over top of that. And she has cut the oval out. This white is not laid on top. It's actually been cut out. And I believe this is a printed image. So she did like a digi image again and then colored it in. So the wreath and the bow have been colored in. This has also been right here. This has also been printed out, I believe. And she cut it in the oval and then popped out it up and then stuck the little ribbon on the corner. Very cute. All right, here's another one of those fancy, fun, but I think this is a sticker this time. All right, we have a red cardstock base with a white insert that she's printed out. May your season be blessed with all things bright and beautiful, with a little bell in the corner, and then cut it out and glued it in. We then have a white, because it's already a red card, she just went with a white front cover that she embossed, and it's got an oval so that you can put an image on the inside. And the rest of it looks like holly and a bunch of little dots and stuff. And then she stickled all over here wherever the 3 little berries are on the holly that's going around the entire frame. And then she added this really pretty swirly Christmas tree, and it looks like it already had the red on the dots. Either that or she went in with a red marker and colored it red, but I think it was already there. And then a very delicate Merry Christmas sticker down here. She has a lot of these fun little kind of metallic-y stickers. They look really pretty. And this one's cool. That's a neat idea. I love that concept. Okay, I'll tell you how she did that. It's really fun. Okay, so we have a brown cardstock base with a white insert that she's printed. May you wrap love, joy, and peace around your heart and those you love this Christmas. And a little present that's been printed and then cut out and glued on the inside. We then have a tan color and then this red dot paper that's much smaller. She didn't do the entire. She left definitely a border over here. Then we have a series of circles, and the circles, you see 1, 2, 3, 4 circles, and they're all a series of swirls that she went descending upwards to make it look like it's a Christmas tree, and then put a star on top. You wouldn't necessarily think Christmas tree when you saw these little swirly patterns. You would think they would be for something else, but it really does work well. You could also make it look like a snowman too. If you just did 3 of them and put like a face on the top one, but I love it as a tree. It's really fun. She's added a whole series of little gems all around it. Obviously the star, 2 more gems over here, and then a little banner piece that she cut out and stamped Merry Christmas and then just glued it on top. Very cute. I love when you take something that's not normally a Christmas thing and then turn it and flip it on its ear and go, but I can use it this way and turn it into something that is a little different. So I love that concept. This is pretty. Looks very rustic. All right, we have, it's vertical opening. So we have kind of an olive color base where she again printed, may you have a wonderful Christmas filled with love, laughter, and warm memories on white cardstock, and then she's printed it and glued it in. And then she's taken a die cut and it looks like a square frame. And I know it's been die cut because it's also been embossed. You can't get that with a Cricut or anything. Same with the bow. It's been die cut out and it's got some embossing on it. She did that in red. And then she's got this tan background. It's like a craft, almost like a homemade paper that she's embossed with a bunch of snowflakes. And then she's put that behind. Over top of that, she's got a series of 2 trees that have also been embossed and die cut. So it's one die basically that does both things. Layered them on top of each other, and then she's added a series of that same flower soft but with a little bit of glittery in it. And she's layered it all around the tree to make it look like it's got snow on it, which is very cute. Stamped the Merry Christmas and then a couple of little gems at the bottom. I love that one. That's so cute. That took a lot of work to die cut all those pieces out and all those layers. Awesome job. More Christmas cards for your viewing pleasure from this round. I hope you enjoy it. We'll be back with another one. This is round 3. If you have not checked out the other videos from this Christmas card swap that I am doing, thanks so much for stopping by. Please subscribe and I will see you guys again soon. Bye-bye.